Here we go. Good morning, everyone. We are live. This is After 9 here on Facebook and YouTube on the AM800 page, the Mike and Lisa page. I'm Mike, if you wouldn't have guessed. That is Lisa over there. What's going on with you in your reach today?
Nothing much. And you?
Same old, same old.
Oh, all
I
right.
guess I should have shoveled the driveway. It's still covered with snow. I thought it was going to melt away. I didn't think we had that much. So I'm going to have to go do that after we do this.
Have you driven on it, though?
No.
That's good.
No tire tracks. The worst.
Oh, terrible. They're there forever.
Oh, seriously.
They turn into big lumps of bumpy ice, don't they?
Yep, no fun. No fun at all. So, so I'll go do that after this, I guess, because we could get some forecasts saying anywhere from, I don't know, like 10 centimeters. Some people say 20 centimeters, depending on your region of snow tonight.
Environment Canada is saying maybe 2.
They're saying, about 4, I guess. 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow morning. But I did see other forecasts saying like 4 inches, 10 centimeters from over in Detroit. So we'll wait and see. We'll see who's right. We'll see who gets updated, and we'll see what happens. And we'll have all the road conditions for you tomorrow morning if you are still going into your office.
We always end up getting like the better side of things, don't you think? Depending on which way you look at it. We have a new snowblower that hasn't been used yet, so I'd really like a lot of snow.
Still in the wrapper?
Still in the wrapper, not used, at the ready, gas tank full.
You texted me yesterday that it was very close. Yesterday, it was looking good that you might use this for the first time. Maybe tomorrow will be the day.
Yeah. I doubt we're going to use it this year.
You will. We'll get a significant snow before this is all said and done.
We could return it and get like 20 shovels in its place.
There you go. That would be good too.
Right?
That would be good too. COVID numbers have just come in just a few minutes ago, and fairly good news. 68 new cases. So we're again lower than we were yesterday. Well, we were 77 yesterday, I think was the number.
Oh, really? Was it? You remember that? Yes, you're right. 17 and no new deaths. Any deaths today?
1, unfortunately.
Wow. God, do you ever think we'd be asking that? How many deaths today, Mike?
Yeah, it's sad.
So bizarre.
It's sad, but it's the way it is. So we'll have more on that on AM800 throughout the day. And, as we get going here on After 9. Okay, I want to get this. I teased it at the end of the radio program today on AM800. This is something that has fascinated and annoyed me for years now. My grandma used to give me these when we were in church. I used to go to church, and we were all in church.
Yeah.
And she'd make me one of these.
What is it? Is it
like
a mint?
Oh,
yes. A lifesaver.
Yes.
It's a lifesaver.
Like a mint one, right? Not the flavor fruity ones.
Yeah.
A mint one.
Nice.
So you open these up, right? You open up. I've got wires everywhere and stuff. I can't hear anything. My headphone fell out, all that stuff. So anyway, you open these things, and I got a bunch around the house. So you open them, you have your mint and all that stuff. But the amazing thing to me is, oh my God.
Did you
Why
practice?
does the wrapper stick?
Oh.
Why is the wrapper always sticking to things? What is with this? Why is there so much static in these things? I don't get it.
And then you can't get rid of it.
No. You got to like fling it off or what? I don't even know where it went now. Is it on my face? No, it's not. So, apparently there's a lot of static in these things, and that's why they cling to you, and it annoys the hell out of me. Why is there a need to have that much static in these?
It's entertainment. Not only is it a good mint.
My couch.
Not only is it a good mint, it is good entertainment. So maybe your grandma knew that it would keep you occupied in church so you wouldn't get too bored.
Oh, so I'd be in church and we're singing the Our Father who art in heaven.
That's right.
Hallowed be thy wrapper.
That's right.
I don't know. Just weird. I don't know. They stick to the side of the garbage can. I find them on walls. I'm just stuck to the couch. So it doesn't even matter what surface. It's annoying.
You know what we used to do as a kid? This reminds me, and my brother and I were just laughing about this the other night, is that, the bags of milk,
Yeah, the old bags. Yeah.
that were very, very common in my house growing up.
Do they still
No-
sell those?
Oh gosh, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
they do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we always get the cartons, so.
And we get the cartons now too, because not a lot of people in my house now actually drink milk. We drink almond milk, oat
Oh.
milk, that kind of thing, right?
And they don't come in the bags.
They don't come in the bags, but I don't know that I would necessarily buy the bags because that's a lot of milk. Getting those 3 liters of milk, that's a lot of milk. Anyway, when growing up, we used to have the bags of milk, and you'd cut off the tip of the bag.
Yeah.
And then you'd have that little plastic piece, right? That should promptly go in the garbage. But
yeah.
One day my dad was complaining about how, no one ever throws the plastic piece of the bag in the garbage. He complains that it's left on the counter or whatever, or on the floor. It just, he finds them everywhere. So my brother and I started leaving. We would save the plastic pieces from the tip of the bag, and we would place them like in my dad's slipper, in his hairbrush, on the edge of his on the edge of his dinner plate, under his mashed potatoes or whatever. Oh my God, we did this for so long, and he never caught on. It just got him more angry. Oh my God, now it's in my slipper. And he would just get so mad that these stupid little pieces of milk bag were all over the place. So anyway, we had such a good time as kids doing that.
That's the best.
Watching him get that.
I love that. That's so funny. I mean, I think, and that's like a memory. Obviously, you have still.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We'll always laugh at it with your brother. So I think it's really cool. That's pretty awesome. So
there was a story I was reading this morning actually about weird things that happened in your family growing up that you thought were totally normal, and then you realize as you grow up, oh my God, those aren't normal. So someone on TikTok asked people to name weird things that their family did that they thought were normal. Like one woman thought everyone took off all their clothes when they got home. She eventually found out that her parents were nudists, and this is just what they did.
Oh no!
Walked around the house. So
God.
She thought it was bizarre. For his whole life, one guy thought the Happy Birthday song had a second verse about hoping the person would, quote, live 100 years and drink 100 beers. Because that's what some people have in their song.
Imagine going to a kid's party, they're singing that. No.
A mom collected her kids' tears whenever they cried and put them in. Then they'd check later and they'd magically turn into chocolate chips. She didn't know that this was just a thing that her mom did. It's so funny, how you develop like silly little things within your house, within your 4 walls that perhaps are developed in your family that sometimes you wouldn't really share with your friends. Other times you just think it's normal. It's normal. I won't say names, but there's just a really embarrassing story that a friend of mine has where his grandparents lived with him growing up, and they were old school, and his grandfather had some racist views, and he didn't know that they were racist. And when in grade 9, he's in class, and the teacher asks, for a certain name of a particular something, and this guy, my friend, only knew it as slang growing up because that's what he thought. He didn't know it was a racist thing. He went home screaming and crying to his family about how embarrassed he is and how racist they are and how, he wasn't prepared for the real world and all of that. It's funny now, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the time, he,
oh boy. Yeah. That happens. That happens. If you have any stories like that, you can share them in the thread this morning. Oh my God, that's not good. You know what I had fun with over the weekend was making and viewing all the Bernie Sanders memes that were out there with him, his arms crossed with his mittens on, his green jacket, sitting in that
Oh my
fold-out
God.
chair.
Yes.
They were everywhere all weekend in videos, in photos, and it was so fun to see. I'm kind of over it now, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah, okay. Everybody stop sending them, and I'll stop sending them too, because I was guilty of it too. But the mittens that he has, that he wore to the inauguration, that have become
Yes.
so famous, they have sold out. A Vermont school teacher named Jen Ellis made the mittens, and she tweeted out, "Thanks for all the interest in Bernie's mittens. It's truly been an amazing historic day. I'm so flattered that Bernie wore them to the inauguration. Sadly, I have no more for sale." There are a lot of great crafters on Etsy who make them, so go find them. I'm done.
She would, I don't blame her. She would make them out of like old sweaters, apparently. So she was really good at repurposing items. But it's funny, what has come out of this for Bernie now, because he's kind of taken it and kind of run with it and worked it into sort of a fundraiser. And he seems to be the kind of guy who would just kind of go along with it and laugh at it and think, how can we turn this into something good, right?
Absolutely.
Like how can we work it so that it's gonna work in everybody's favor. So the Friends of Bernie Sanders website had such an overwhelming response. They're going to actually be selling certain things like sweaters, that kind of thing. But the website is going to raise money for Bernie Sanders and any future campaigns that he might have.
Okay.
And he'll probably be rich because of it.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? He'll
It's
$zillion idea just for wearing those gloves.
He's got this sweatshirt that has that picture on it. And they're already sold out. Yeah. He's such a cool guy. And that to me is Bernie Sanders, how he showed up. He's just very practical, down to earth. And I bet he was the warmest one there, because it was very obvious that a lot of people who attended the inauguration were freezing.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time. It was. They said it was really cold. Like, it looked nice. It was sunny and everything, but they said it was really cold. So yeah, one of our Bernie Sanders memes that we made here. There it is. We'll show it off right between us. Look at that. Your legs are crossed in very similar fashion. Everybody pointed out.
That's hilarious.
It was fun. It was
good
fun.
Old Bernie.
Good old Bernie. I wish he was the president, to be honest. I think he would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. He says funny things, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
He does. He's just like,
cool.
just kind of like a grumpy old guy he reminds me of, or something. I don't know. Deborah wants to know, Mike, where's Stafford going to land? Yeah, the news over the weekend, Lions and Matt Stafford, their star quarterback and their best player, really, have decided to part ways. They're going to break up, and they think it's best for both sides. Lions, of course, have to rebuilding since 1957. And Matt Stafford's like, okay, well, I'm 33. I'm not getting any younger. I'm never going to win here. So let's do something. Let's sell me off. So they're going to trade him. Hopefully, get a lot of draft picks to rebuild the team. Matt Stafford.
Uh-oh, you froze. At least to me, you're frozen. We were so close.
There we go. We're back.
Okay, good.
I think.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so this was Matt Stafford's decision?
Yeah, my back. I'm having internet issues over here. It looks like it was both sides. They're saying they sat down and said, you know what should we do? Yep, let's break up. This relationship's over. So Stafford will go off to hopefully like a pretty good team, chance to win a Super Bowl. Lions will hopefully get a lot of draft picks, rebuild their pathetic team, and then we'll move on from there and see what happens with the new coach and breaking knees and biting teeth and whatever else he wants the players to do.
Wait. So was Stafford like the best part of that team?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Stafford's been a pretty good player, pretty tough player. He's played through a lot of injuries for numerous years now. And, yeah, he's been the man. He was a first-round pick and all that stuff. So, yeah, he's a pretty good player.
So chances are they're not going to get a better quarterback, or?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, the plan would be to trade him to a pretty decent team and then get their draft picks, use one of those draft picks to draft a kid out of the college who could be Stafford's replacement. And he's like, then he's 21, 22. And by the time he's like hit his prime at 25, 26, the rest of the team's decent around him and you have a winning team. That's kind of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's a long way to go.
Yeah.
You don't sound too positive.
What's the Lions? I mean, every Detroit team sucks. Every Detroit team is rebuilding right now. It's horrible. It's awful. Everybody's rebuilding. Red Wings rebuilding. Tigers rebuilding. Pistons rebuilding. Now the Lions are going to rebuild. So
that's too bad.
Yeah. So,
nobody good to root
Matt
for.
Stafford.
You what?
Bye-bye, Matt Stafford.
Oh, I thought you said you'd buy back Matt Stafford. I'm like, how does that work?
No, there's no such thing.
Yeah, we did talk earlier this morning that if we won that $1 billion in the Mega Millions in the U.S., that ticket that was bought in Michigan, in Novi, at a Kroger, which is weird, that you would buy, if you won, you would buy the Lions.
I would.
Wow. How much do you think it'd cost to buy that team?
Probably a couple billion. I would
couple
need
billion?
other investors. Yeah. Let's see.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Value of Detroit Lions franchise.
I don't understand that.
Why they're worth?
How do you make money off them?
Well, you sell tickets, you sell merchandise. Most of the money that that pro teams get, all the pro teams, basically is from TV. TV, Fox, and CBS, and NBC, ESPN. They all pay big bucks to advertise or to broadcast these games. They make their money back from advertisements. They give the money to the NFL. In 2020, the franchise value for the Detroit Lions, $2.1 billion.
That's so stupid.
The Ford family bought the franchise for $4.5 million in 1964. It's a pretty good return on your investment right there.
Really? The money involved around sports and athletes boggles my mind. By the way, did you watch the second half of the Tiger documentary? Tiger Woods?
I did, yes. They got way more salacious in the second half. The first one, like you were explaining the other day, was more about him growing up and stuff, his dad, his relationship. And the second one got into all the women and the painkillers he was on and the back problems and all that stuff. So,
and did you feel like I did at the end of it that he should be pretty happy with that? Yeah. They painted him in a good light, really.
Well, they really did. They could have got into a lot more, I think. And they didn't really expose all that much new information. Like I read the book that, I don't know if this was based on it or something, but had very similar information in more details. And there was nothing really new in this document that I didn't know. In the book, they went into more about his injuries, his knee problems, his back problems, and because of all the military training and practicing he did and all that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. I didn't know he did all that military stuff. I thought his injuries were basically due to golf.
Yeah. Yeah, no, in the book they said it was a lot. Like they talked about one time he was running up a hill and doing all this stuff and doing Navy SEAL stuff, and he just messed up his knee big time.
Silly when you have a career like that.
Big time. But yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good. It was worth the watch. If people haven't watched it, 2-parter. You can see it on the Crave app. It's on there.
Great.
Okay, good times. Good times by all.
Right.
There's one other comment I wanted to read before we got out of here. It goes back to the milk bags, and Marlo says, "Too funny. I just had to explain to my 16-year-old teen that the little plastic piece goes in the garbage, not in the sink." That's where we used to leave it, in the sink all the time.
In the sink.
And then the battle who's going to change the bag was always big, right?
You would always leave just a little bit in the bottom of the bag. So, not mine. There's still milk in there.
That's your problem if you want a glass of milk.
And when your dad caught you actually drinking out of the milk bag,
hell
to pay. hell to pay.
Not good, and a tough skill to acquire as well.
Yes,
Drink
yeah.
out of the milk bag. All right, everyone, have a great Monday, and we'll be in tomorrow morning from 5 to 9, and we'll see how much snow has fallen so far.
All right. See you tomorrow.
All right, have a good day.